what it is, what's happening. I know some of you guys want to know what's going on. Haven't done any projects. Well, I've been really just working on the shop. I got you see there. I got a hose reel up there. Behind me, hose reel's up. Trying to get the shop somewhat together so that we can get to working on some projects. Did manage to get the garage door finished up. It's a little crude, but it does go up and down pretty well. I took two 90s. I cut two 90s, and I made a 45 out of two 90s. It's not the greatest, but it works. The garage door goes up and down pretty easy, and it follows the roof line. So now when I finally do get the two-post lift in here, you'll be able to have the door open with a car on it. I'm using the torsion bar style spring, and it seems to be working okay. Got it adjusted pretty good, and it works, good enough. Somebody asked about the hole there. There's actually one over here. My carpenter buddy's making doors. We're going to actually put doors on each end. I'm going to put a couple pieces of plywood down so you can have a little bit of storage space up top, but also be able to access. Because this side here, I'm going to put a mini split in, so I'll probably run my lines up and out the roof and mount the outside unit somewhere behind the building. So right now, I'm actually getting ready to fire up Old Reds. Old Reds is there, and I'm going to bring in I'm going to just use the scissor lift for time being. I don't have enough hands to help stand the two posts of the lift up just yet. Probably have some help here in about a week. Living down here at the beach, a lot of my friends all live north and just can't get down here so I'm kind of stuck. I do have some friends that live down here, but they all work late in the evening too, so it's got to be a weekend project. So for right now, because I need to do some brake lines on my 96 F250, because in the midst of moving, the truck blew a brake line. And I haven't got the title for the 2010 F-150 yet, so my temporary tags on the 2010 are dead. So we need a truck that we can still use because we're still doing stuff. We're still hauling stuff to the trash dump. And right now we're without a pickup, and I'm not going to haul trash in my new truck. So I need to fix this F-250 one way or the other anyway. So let's get at it. Let's go get this lift off the trailer, get it in here, and get moving. It's what they call a mid-rise lift. It's good for doing like wheel service, that kind of work. I mean, this is an F-250 pickup and it's up in the air. It runs off a 110, has a 110 power pack. And the cart that the motor is on, and the pump, I should say pump, right underneath it there, right about where my finger is, there's a little hook. And you use that and you hook it in right there. And when the lift is folded all the way on the ground, you can roll it around. Now, it doesn't roll around real easy. It's actually pretty hard to roll around. It doesn't look that heavy, but this thing is actually really heavy. But I've had tow trucks on it. And like I said, this is a F-250 with a 460, so it's a pretty heavy pickup. And it's up off the ground. Now, let me spin you back around. This place really looks like an OBS warehouse. One there. And if you remember in my previous videos, that truck sat in the old shop on a lift. It was on this lift. It has a lock, so it's not sitting on the cylinders. It's actually sitting down on the lock. That's how I've got it sitting right now. It's down on the lock. So this truck actually runs and drives really, really good. I just put tires on it. It's a stock truck. I put, these were my eBay tires. I bought these off of eBay. If I remember correctly, they were about $700 for all four. I had the Alcoa wheels, so I used them, obviously. They're 235/75 16s. Real nice tire, very quiet. But what we got to do is, we've got the typical old East Coast. We got a bad brake line, And we've got a couple rear shackles. Both the rear shackles are rotted out. So we're going to go ahead, while it's on the lift, we'll just go ahead and do both of them. I already have the parts, bought them a while ago. I think this one's the worst out of them. You see how they rot out. So we'll go ahead and we'll do 2 rear shackles. I'm thinking I'm going to do the brake lines all the way around. When I bought this truck, they just did calipers, rotors, and front hoses on it. This thing had an awesome brake pedal. But on the way down here in the move, it blew a rear brake line out. The ones in the front don't look too healthy. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll just make all new metal lines. They're 3/16. They're real easy to do. Like I said, all the brakes on this truck have actually been done, so all the bleeders will work. Should bleed out pretty good. Like I said, you can see this is actually a really nice truck. It does have a spot here that I'm going to repair, and one on the other side I'm going to repair. It's the only rust the truck has. So I'm going to fix it. I'm going to keep this truck. It's paid for. Best part is it's tagged. Well, it's tagged till June. But since I don't have the title to the 2010, I haven't got the title yet, and my T-tag, my temporary tag, is dead. I've got a couple loads I got to run to the landfill. I'll use this truck. I do have the red and white short bed 96 F-150 outside, but it's a short bed truck. Can't get a lot in the bed. I can get a lot in the bed of this. So that's probably it for the night that I'm going to do. We got a couple other things we got to do, some errands we got to run. But I got the lift in. This is the first truck in the air in the new shop. And it's nice to have something of my own in the air for a change. Now, eventually, the 2-post lift will be going where this lift is. I'm hoping that we got enough concrete in the floor. I don't know. Won't know till I drill it. I can tell you right now, I've rolled the floor jack across the floor here. I don't like the way it sounds. It sounds kind of hollowish. If you ever rolled a floor jack across the concrete floor, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Don't like the way it sounds right in this area, and it's got a couple of cracks. Got a feeling we're going to end up cutting it, digging it out, and pouring footers for the lift. I'll drill it. We'll see what it is. If I don't have, I think I need 4 inches. If I don't have that, then we got to do it. It is what it is. But eventually the 2-post lift will go here. But for right now, we got her on a scissor. And like I said, I bought this from Greg Smith Equipment. It's an Atlas lift. I can't remember exactly what it's rated for, but I have had little F-350 sling truck wreckers on it. I've had plenty of pickup trucks on it. Cars are not a problem. I will tell you, it will not pick a Suburban up. It does not like a Suburban. I think because the Suburban is too long, it has a hard time getting it up. I did cheat and put a floor jack under the rear of the Suburban, and once the scissor part here started getting about 4 or 5 inches off the ground, it did finally pick it up, but it didn't like it, so I put it back down because I didn't feel comfortable. It's a good wheel service lift. You know, you're doing stuff to wheels, you know, ball joints, that kind of stuff. Body work. It's great for body work because you don't have anything here. Now, it will go higher. I just don't have it all the way up yet. It'll put the bottom, I want to say right about here, if I remember right, about that high. So it goes up good enough. So tomorrow we'll dive into making some brake lines for this turd and get some brakes back on her. Needs a bath, and then I can start using it again. It is insured and it is tagged. I think I got 12 on my insurance now. Most of them are these. So look, holler at your boy. Keep it reals. Catch me on the next one.